never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Hello, Butler County High School sports enthusiasts. Thank you for joining us in welcoming back high school sports in Butler County. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Joey Vogt, Joseph. I know it's been a while since I've seen you in this situation. I saw you last week, you being my brother, but being in this situation in a broadcast booth, watching a high school football game. It's been a high school game in general in the booth. It's been roughly 5 months. It's nice. Welcome back, brother.
Chris, thanks for having me again.
Always, man.
It's always a pleasure. It's been too long,
right?
Especially during these circumstances. But I cannot tell you how happy I am to be back here in the booth with you. And what a way to kick off the weekend.
Absolutely.
Ross and Badin.
Well, we're going to take a moment to listen to the Star Spangled Banner. Give us one moment. Yeah, Joey, it's nice just to be back in this situation. There's really no place to be at this point. You're looking at Badin, Ross, on the fresh field turf at Robinson Field here at Ross High School, in what has become the season opener in Butler County, in my personal opinion, brother.
Oh, you're completely right on that aspect there, Chris. One of the more intriguing season opening matchups, not only in the Butler County region, but in Southwest Ohio in general. Right. I feel like you can compare it, I guess, to a Yankee Red Sox.
Oh, okay.
Michigan,
you're going that far. You're going that far.
A little bit. And I will say that one thing, though, Chris.
Yeah.
If you're a gambling man, I'm taking the Rams tonight.
Jeez, you got jokes.
I had to.
This isn't scripted either. Jeez, oh, Pete, Joey. Well, while the circumstances might be different, with COVID, everybody's had an opportunity to kind of, figure out how they can become a better person and how they can stay safe. We should have been doing that before. But a little bit of an eye-opening experience when it comes to things being stripped away from you. One of those aspects, especially for youth, is high school sports. And unfortunately, the spring season got cut due to COVID. And you can just tell, and I know you're looking at a 15% fan capacity here, and that's part of the mandate from the state, as much to the dismay of most athletic directors and principals in schools. But just looking out here, seeing people all masked up, social distance, there's only one thing they're doing right now, and they came here to watch football.
Absolutely. And it's a good thing that you did mention this, because I did want to mention how happy I am to go ahead and see fall sports happen.
Yep.
Not only football, but across the spectrum of sports. Right. And these kids, especially if you're a senior, they wanted to get out.
Right.
All across aspects of sports.
Right.
They didn't know if they were going to play. And so now they got to go. Now you work extra hard, and you're finally getting to play, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I think you want to take it one extra step further, Joey. You've been cooped up inside for Months. Some of these kids might be actually excited to get homework.
Oh, I agree.
So taking it from another dynamic, Joey, talk about what just a mental aspect. I played baseball for Badin, and never had anything like this taken away from me. But when we covered the kids in June in practice, the mindset was just there. These kids are ready to play. Now, with a 6-game shortened season, everybody gets in the playoffs, yeah. But a 6-game shortened season for the regular season, these kids are playing as though this is their last game because it could be if you think about it.
That is a good point. There's a different mentality coming in than there was months ago.
Right.
These kids now having to, just be precautious.
Right.
But they're going harder than they did. And like you said, it's basically like you want to win every single game, and you have to win every single game. Not necessarily, but everybody gets in the playoffs. But you want to have that mindset every single game and to perform to the best of the abilities of the team.
Right. Well, Badin and Ross is it's not going to be shy of a they won't be playing patty cake out there. I know. It's Badin and Ross.
Year.
Right. Yeah. Well, I saw both of them.
I was not there for, I don't think either of them, actually.
Well, we'll go ahead and run down the nitty-gritty right after the break with these sponsors. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in The Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Joey Vogt here at Robinson Field, freshly laid turf Robinson Field last year. The Ross Athletic Boosters, surrounding community businesses, fully funded through fundraising, and that's one thing that Jake Richards and the Ross community, athletic director Jake Richards and the Ross community is proud of. So, beautiful sight to see here.
It's the first time I've been here. It's really nice.
Yeah, they've really done a great job. Well, Joey, let's go ahead and set the scene here. Badin is coming into this contest losing a couple players. I mean, you're going to lose some playmakers. You're losing Alex DeLong, over 1,000-yard rusher, huge loss. Marshall Flagg, he was a good complement to Alex DeLong in the backfield. Zach Schweitzer, that was kind of a big blow for Badin there. Well, I mean, they will have some good things coming, and we'll talk about. Landon Vitterick. He's a junior quarterback. He steps in to lead the way under center for the Rams. And Coach Jordy said he's got some potential to do some big things. So you look at it this way: if Coach Jordy is adamant on getting a junior in there to toss the ball around, Landon Vitterick is going to be their guy. So Zach Schweitzer goes out and does his thing in Marshall, and Landon Vitterick comes in. No sweat, says Jordy. Evan Slensker, linebacker. Force. He's part of the reason as to why Badin's defense was absolutely stellar last year. Got them to the Division III regional finals. Lost to Trotwood Madison, but you know what? You look at their defense; they were there because of that.
Stellar defense, yeah. Joshua
Hegman, another loss that Badin's going to have to fill the void, and and we'll see. Josh Hegman's just a speed demon. Just had all kinds of attributes that Yordi was able to find from returning. He could take an end around. He could even throw the ball. So looking at it this way, we're going to see a lot of things new from Badin. But you're going to look at Jaden Carter. Jaden Carter's senior experience will prove to be key for the seniors. So you know what? He was dubbed All-Conference first team at the defensive end. Max Lauer coming back. He's a returning wide receiver. He'll provide a boost for the Rams on the offensive attack, as well as Dane Lauer. He's a senior. He's given an All-Conference second team nod on the defensive line. Names like Hunter Harrison, David Schweinefuss, and Michael Schweinefuss, and Michael Schweinefuss saw most of the kicking duties last year. And going back, I know Michael Schweinefuss wants to put aside, and he did. He put aside the opening 2019 loss to Ross. Unfortunately, his kick sailed wide right, and that was able to give Ross the victory in overtime. That was at Hamilton's Virtual Storm Stadium. But those are names we're going to see. Badin loves to run a mixed up offense, so you don't know what you're going to see in terms of Badin. Now Ross on the other end, that's a different story.
Chris, you're right. The key returnees for Ross, Caden Rogers.
Right.
All eyes will be on the senior linemen. Commons said it's nice to have someone who has 20 college offers on your team. Caden Rogers is the spearhead on an offensive line that can make some big holes. Also, C.J. Bowes. I have a feeling we're going to be calling him a lot tonight.
A lot. And the guy behind him, too.
Absolutely. Bowes, the senior quarterback, led Ross in rushing last season with 1,227 yards. He had 11 scores on the ground while running an offense that had rarely ever passed the ball. Like you said, Jackson Gifford. Right behind him, the senior running back received first team all-conference while rushing for 16 touchdowns and a team second best 1,146 yards.
Jackson Gifford, I'm telling you right now, Jackson Gifford is going to give the Badin Rams fits. He's a bruiser of a runner.
Also, we have Will Mischke, the senior offensive lineman. Got an honorable mention nod last season. Griffin Peacock, a second-team all-conference performer. Peacock returns on one of the best offensive lines in the area. He is a senior. Tanner Mealy, the senior, grabs second-team all-conference honors at tight end last season. And then Casey Reidemeyer, the senior, earned first-team all-conference accolades in 2019 in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, and talk about the coaches. Two stellar coaches. They're buddies. I mean, they talk off the field too. One of the reasons why this Rams rivalry is in place is because of Ross head coach Kenyon Cummins entering his fourth year. Badin Rams coach Nick Yordi, an alumni from Badin, he's entering his fourth year as well. So this is the point where both programs are coaching every single freshman that they had 4 years ago.
Absolutely.
They're a senior this year.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a breath of fresh air for both programs to understand that, look, this is our team now. It's officially our team.
Yep.
So you've got all your players into your system that understand what you want, where you need to be, and how you need to play. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll get to kickoff here. You're listening to Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Robinson Field. I'm Chris Vogt, alongside Joseph Vogt. I'm going to call you Joseph today. Is that all right?
That's perfect.
That's what Mom called
Christopher.
you. Oh, man.
I'm getting some chills, Chris.
Oh, Friday Night Lights is about to kick off. The Badin Rams will be kicking off to the Ross Rams. Schweinefuss will be back to kick for the Badin Rams. Badin wearing their white jerseys and white pants with green numbers and the green stripe down their pants. That's trimmed with black. And they got white helmets with their numbers on the left side. Moving from right to left to your device. Ross Rams wearing their all maroon. I love the Ross Rams jerseys. They're
too.
sweet. And both programs wearing friendly numbered jerseys for us broadcasters in the booth. Yeesh. We've seen some
Thank
doozies.
God Badin doesn't have white numbers.
All white numbers with the one color trim. Like that's just that's a broadcaster's nightmare. So hopefully we'll get these numbers down to a science here. Back to return for Ross is Casey Redemeyer. He's a senior. He's deep. Here comes Swinerfuss for Badin on 40-yard line. Here's a boot. We're off. 2020 is here. We didn't think about whether or not it was going to be here, and that's returned by number 84, Tyler Andre. And he'll bring that all the way to the 35-yard line. That's where Ross is going to start at their own. We'll call it the 36, Joey. I messed up.
Oh, was it yard? Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, the PA announces, he's always going to correct me. Going around the county, Lakota East takes on Sycamore. Lakota West takes on Coleraine. Badin takes on Ross. We're here. Carroll takes on Talawanda. Joel Sackenheim and Dan Vogt is in Oxford for that contest. 25 years in the making at the coaching helm for Cox up there, Larry Cox. Here's a motion offense, handoff up the middle to Jackson Gifford, and he gets himself 3 yards. We'll give him 3 to the 40-yard line, Joey.
You are going to see them run the ball at least 95% of the time. I guarantee you this game.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Not a passing team.
Yeah, it's funny. I put up the preview story on our website, and I used a picture of C.J. Bose throwing the ball, and then I'm telling a lie there. He's not going to throw the ball. We got a split wide receiver to the left side, 3-man backfield. Here comes the fake handoff. Bose is going to keep himself. Yeah,
Good
gets
run
himself
to
a
the
nice
outside.
look across the 50-yard line. First down, Ross. C.J. Bose sees that play. The option play is there, and it's probably always going to be there when you've got the 3-man backfield and C.J. Bose. And you've also got Jackson Gifford back there, as well as Dylan Hammonds.
How is Badin going to contain Bose and Gifford? That's what I want to see tonight. And how is Ross going to try and figure out Badin's defense? Both of these teams coming in hot here.
2 wide receivers split out to the left.
Uh-oh.
Tyler Andre in motion, snap.
Good defensive stop there.
Yeah, Badin plugs the hole there, and that run went nowhere. CJ Bose, they're going to give him forward progress at the 50-yard line, so that's going to be a loss of 1. Second down and 1. 10:42 left to go in the first quarter for just tuning in. Ball marked at the 49-yard line of Badin. No scores from around the county at the moment. We'll keep you guys posted as much as we can. Actually, you just keep posted at the bottom of our screen here. That's what's cool about technology. That's a handoff up the middle to Gifford all day long right there.
Go.
Rumbles and bumbles to the 39-yard line. Joey, what's Badin doing up the middle?
Well, right now, not much. They just got to crash in if they know Gifford's going to go up the middle. That's where most of the carries, I feel like, are going to go. If you are Badin, just crash that middle and then try and make him go to the outside.
I formation this time. Handoff. Gets a little bit of a room on the right side. Yeah, and that's Andre to the right side. First down. Gets down to the 20-yard line.
20.
Yeah, he bounced that to the outside. Badin crashed in the middle. You said they crashed, but Badin crashed in the middle, and that's when Andre took it out to the outside.
Started in the middle. Beautiful cut outside down the sideline to the 20. And Ross is in business here.
9:43, just under 10 minutes left in this first quarter. He was tackled out of bounds, so that time stops. Well, actually, pardon me, they're going to run it.
You can't make a mistake this early, Chris.
I know, that's no kidding. Hey, man, I had 5 months off the mic. The last time we did a contest was Cincinnati Christian boys basketball in Dayton, and that was at the start of the pandemic too. C.J. Bose under center. We got a 2 wide receiver split to the right.
Going to keep it.
And that's a nice blitz up the middle by Hunter Harrison. Pardon me, number 71, 71-77, and it's Logan New.
Crash in the middle, New. Beautiful play there. And that is a loss about what?
Yeah, they'll call it a loss of 2 there,
Loss
Joe.
of 2.
That brings it back to the 22-yard line. Second down and 12 for the Ross Rams. I mean, if that's something that, that's a win there for Badin.
Oh, yeah.
If you're Badin, that's a win right there. Ross seemed to be doing what they wanted to do with that ball. Man in motion. That's Andre. Hand off. Fake hand. It's a fumble, Joey. I think C.J. Bose tried to hand it off to Jackson Gifford. Struggles there, but he got it back.
Ross driving, but now Badin's coming back with a little bit of a feistiness of their own. As they were last year, they were a stellar defensive team in the GCL. I believe it was second in the GCL. I mean, they're a defensive-minded team. So we'll see here on 3rd and 14 what Ross can do here. Shotgun formation.
Yeah, I was going to say C.J. Bose in the shotgun formation. Jackson Gifford to the left of him. He drops back.
Throw.
Yeah, quick pass to Andre. But actually, it went over Andre's head, and it made his way to Nathan Latimer. Incomplete, though. Hits the ground. That's going to be 4th down. And Latimer almost caught that ball. It looked like that pass was going to go to Tyler Andre.
Yeah, a little bit high. And we are going to see a field goal here.
And Tyler Estrelado is going to come out and attempt this kick. That's going to be about, we'll call that a 41-yarder, Joey. This is
a long kick for
this isn't a slouch kick.
Yeah.
Snap, hold, and that's up. This might be a little short, Joe.
Might be short, yep.
Yeah, it falls about 6 yards short. Badin's going to take over at the Ross Rams 22-yard line. Now we get to see the other side of the Rams, both sides.
Yeah.
We could say I got jokes too, Joey. That was kind of stemming off your joke. We got our first score of the day. Princeton is up 3-0 on the Hamilton Big Blue. That's in the first quarter. No other scores to share with you at the moment.
Shotgun formation here for Viderick.
Now, Landon Viderick didn't see much action last year, obviously, because of Zach Schweitzer. Fake handoff. Yeah, Viderick's going to keep himself.
Push it to the outside.
Yeah, he got himself 8 yards, Joe. What happened on that play, man?
Beautiful look there by Viderick, cutting across the middle and then cut back to the outside for about a gain of 8 yards. Beautiful blocking there up front by Badin to make that one happen.
Yeah, it looks like Badin ran the pistol formation last year, the shotgun pistol formation. Looks like they're going to go with the same mindset. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Yeah, Rawlings behind Viderick. Oh, not to the side.
Yeah, he moves up. 7:29 left to play in the first quarter. Rawlings is going to get that up the middle from a shotgun handoff, and that's going to be, I'd say,
it's going to be close.
Yeah, we may get a measurement on this one, Joe. Oh, they're going to give it to him. It's 2001. This is forget it. We're going to give them the first down. These teams deserve it. We don't have time. We don't have time for a measurement. These kids want to play. Like we said, Kenyon Cummins and Nick Yorty, just fantastic coaches from both sides of the ball. They're great to deal with. Top-notch programs. I mean, it's going to be a top-notch game. 7:03 left to play in this first quarter. For just tuning in, 0-0. Like Ross and Badin.
Matchup up top 1-on-1. Schweinfuss.
Fake handoff. Landon Viderick tosses over to the left side to Braden Moore. That's a first down.
Great fake there. A little play action. A little dump off there to Moore for a gain to the outside of about 12 yards for a first down.
Yeah, Braden Moore he had that slant route, kind of like a across the middle route. Played it perfectly with Landon Viderick on that play action. First down, Badin Rams. 3 wide out formation to the right, 1 to the left. Landon Viderick in a pistol formation with Dallas Rawlings moving to his right. Ross. That's a snap.
That's a great tackle there.
Quick pass on over to Braden Moore again.
Reidemeyer on that tackle. He read that perfectly.
Yeah, Landon Viderick probably, it looked like he straight from the gun was going to go with that pass. And, with a player like Reidemeyer he's going to sniff it out, and that's what he did. Second down and long. We'll just call it second down and 15 at the 41-yard line of Badin. 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. 2 wide receivers split to the right, 2 to the left, and now we're going to shift it on over as Carter Russo heads on over to the left side. Nick Yordi, he likes to dance over there. Kenny Cummins doesn't like to dance. But Nick Yordi on the other sideline, opposite end, he likes
one
to.
of these down low.
Landon Bitter drops back to pass,
Gonna
throws it across the middle.
Incomplete, too high there.
Yeah,
Sorry, Chris.
Max Lauer. I think that was just a little too high for Max Lauer. He may have gotten hit hard too if he would have tried to hold on to that.
Good defense though by Ross there.
Yeah, Casey Kuzo with the defensive play. 3rd and 15.
Interesting call here
for Badin. Yeah, Joey. I mean, I know you're looking at predominantly a passing team if you're Badin.
Yeah.
At this point, but you're going to pass probably here. I'd imagine.
You got 3 down low here.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers set to the left, 2 to the right. I always like to check that play over to the right side to Nick Yordi, and Nick Yordi's going to spend himself a timeout. Yeah, that's the first time out of the game. At 3rd and 15, you've already got 5:54 left in the first. I think that's a pretty solid timeout by Nick Yordi. Well, we're going to take a break ourselves. Nothing. Ross and Badin here, Robinson Field. 5:54 left to play in the first quarter. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game. Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Yeah, Joey, I got a cool little tidbit information from our brother and photographer, Matthew Vogt, down there. It's a family affair here in Ross Township. He just texted me, giving you a little insight on the orange field marker on the field. If you do need to know, and I need to know,
by the way.
It's awesome. The refs mark where to spot and snap the ball. Center takes the ball into the huddle with him and brings it to the line. Refs do not touch the ball at all. So, those are the precautions that, all these schools and the athletic associations, Ohio High School Athletic Association take to make sure that we're going to see Friday Night Lights. In the shotgun is Landon Vitterick. Drops back to pass on his 3rd and 15 play.
Run this ball,
Landon's got a lot of room. He's going to try and take it. He rams it. Wow, what a hit.
A yard short, though.
Gets 14 yards until he's crunched. I think he was trying to deliver a crunch, too, on the right sideline. But
I'd go for it here.
It's a yard short.
I'd go for it.
Oh, Joey, no doubt,
yeah.
no doubt. You're across midfield.
Yep.
I'd give Nick Yordi hell if he doesn't go for it on this one.
That was a great little play there by Vitterick.
Well, what happens when you get that spread offense, Joe, is you got the wide receivers are going out. Cummins is going to say, look, our defensive backs are going to run with those receivers, and that leaves a lot of room open. So it's basically left up to your linebacker. Right, so it's left to your linebackers to make sure that they get there in time.
Big play here.
Vitterick in the shotgun. Hand off to Rawlings up the middle.
He stopped!
Nothing. Up the middle.
Great defense there by Ross.
Yeah, and you know what? This is great because a select amount of fans here, only limited to immediate family and to the players and cheerleaders. That was a loud cheering crowd.
That was a loud cheer.
1st and 10 for Ross, taking over at the 46-yard line of their own.
I maybe would have tried a little play action there.
Well, it may have worked.
Of course, I'm not a coach, so thank God I don't have that decision.
No, Joey.
We'd lose every game. I'd go for it on 4th and 20.
Joey, we're not coaches. I don't even think we're broadcasters. We're just up here talking gibberish.
True.
5:20 to go in the first quarter if you're just tuning in. This has been a rather decently slow quarter. Under center is Bose. Bose Fake handoff, takes it himself
There he goes
to the
up
left
the middle.
side. Yeah, and he gets stood
Still
up.
Goodness. Doesn't go down easy.
The whistle wasn't blown, Joey. So Baden's going to take him down however they need to.
Number 20, Jonathan Walsh of the Badin Rams brings down number 7.
Looks like a gain of 6.
Yeah, we'll give that 6 to C.J. Bose.
You're looking last year, Chris. Bose had 21 attempts on 113 yards, averaged 5.4 yards a game. Or I'm sorry, that game with a touchdown.
C.J. Bose drops back to
It's a
pass.
throw.
Tosses it deep. I don't know if it's
This
going to
might
be
be
underthrown
picked.
or not. And it is
It's
picked.
intercepted.
A deep throw. Andrew Hegeman takes it down. And that's the brother of Joshua Hegeman,
Yes.
who is no longer with us. He's playing baseball over at UC. And just a home run ball. You look at it this way, a home run ball from C.J. Bose. And, you got to take chances.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the reasons why C.J. Bose doesn't throw the ball.
Exactly. Well, I mean, if obviously it hurts Ross, but it's kind of like a punt. I guess you would kind of figure that. And so now Badin takes over.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, no harm, no foul. These players are just going to want to try and make plays. C.J. Bose just threw it a little bit, overthrew one of his receivers down the middle, and Hegeman was right there. Shifting offense for the Badin Rams. Landon Vitterick in a shotgun.
To the outside.
That's a
Look at that
hand
move.
off to Josh Botts. Josh Botts getting in the action there. Ben Breaker with the stop for Ross. Yeah, it's an 11-yard gain.
Cut to
A
the
silent
outside.
11-yard gain,
Yeah, it
right.
was.
Reaching 4:20 to go in the first quarter.
It's a long quarter here. Longer
Joey
than
and
usual.
up in Oxford, 7-0. Talawanda up on top of the Carroll Patriots. Larry Cox looking to get his first W of the season in the start of his 25th year as a head coach. Handoff up the middle, Badin. He'll get him about, we'll call it 3 yards. That's Botts.
Well, 3, Chris.
Yeah, Josh Botts takes down Jack Walsh. 20 met 20 there, Joey.
It's like they had 20/20 vision, Chris.
3:31 to go. First quarter. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Joey Vogt. If you're just tuning in, appreciate you checking in with us. That's a pitch
That beautiful.
to Lucas Moore, and Lucas Moore takes it. And we'll call that about 4 yards.
Nice pitch there. Getting that up the middle for about maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, roughly the
7,
30-yard
sorry.
line.
Yep.
Preble Shawnee up 6-0 on Madison. Keep you updated, like we said, the best we can. Lakota East up 7-0 over the Sycamore Aviators.
And Hubbard at Madison
taking
over.
Yeah, Hubbard left New Miami during the offseason. Secured the vacant position from Madison. Landon Vitterick sweep to the right side out of a shotgun, and I think he's going to get himself a first down, Joey. I don't know.
He might be. It looked like he was short there.
Joey, they're not measuring. Like they didn't even have to bring these chains. Just leave them at home. First down, Badin Rams at the 32-yard line of Ross. Now, if you're calling it this way, I mean, the game's moving slow.
Yeah.
So Ross is going to have to find themselves a way to make it even slower.
Oh, yeah. I believe it's going to be about field position this game. I mean, obviously Bose threw that interception, but it didn't hurt really. For them it did, but you got them pushed back. Yeah, Badin pushed back. Now at the 32-yard line here, and that's going to be
the first penalty of the game.
Start. Yeah. We got our dirty laundry, Chris.
Yep, the first dirty
one of the
laundry of the
season.
yeah.
What else is new in 2020?
Yeah, I think Yordy's not too happy about that. You get a first down, let's recoup, and unfortunately the Badin Rams weren't able to do that, so it's going to be. Oh, it's a false start, Joey.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Uh-oh. There's all kinds of riffraff on the on the Ross side. Everybody's confused, even us. We get confused too, Joey. Here comes Badin out of
A
the
quick little snap there to
right
pitch
out,
to the
right out
outside.
of that penalty. There's pitch to the
Walsh.
outside to number 20, Jack Walsh. He gets himself, we'll call it 3 yards, Joey?
Yeah.
4 yards? Steps out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's going to be second down and 3.
Got a score update here. Fairfield on top of Mason, 3-0 here in the first.
Yeah, the GMC went with the 10 teams in the GMC. So, these GMC schools aren't playing 2 of their opponents in the GMC, so they went all GMC schedule in the 6-game shortened season.
More in formation.
Yeah, handoff
That's
to
a great
Jack
handoff.
Walsh.
Walsh down the sideline to the 40, out of bounds. At
That's the 35-yard line, Joey.
yeah, 35. I couldn't tell here.
That crosses midfield. Badin with the big burst of speed along the left sideline. The Badin Rams in business. I keep wanting to say Rams, but you wouldn't even know who I'm talking about. First and 10 for Badin at the 40-yard line.
Badin's really cutting up Ross at the outside, getting at least 5 yards.
Oh, I
to the outside.
think Ross is doing a good job of containing inside,
exactly.
and that's when Badin figures, hey, let's
Yep.
play the game outside the hash marks. And there's a
Oh,
false
goodness,
start,
yeah.
but actually offsides by Ross, but they went ahead and just let the play run. Landon Vitterick throws it in the ground, incomplete. Yeah, they did let that play go, and I'm thinking it had to have been on Ross, so they let that play go. Yeah.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning. You need one of those get back
Get back.
guys, the get back guy over there. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what
I think
happened.
the Rams have one, the St. Louis Rams. Well, now Los Angeles.
I actually think Badin has one too. It gets rowdy over there on that sideline. Second down and 10. Sorry. Yeah, second down and 10 here at the 40-yard line. That's a sweep to number 11,
still
Graydon
going.
Moore.
It's
Breaks a
about
couple
5 or
tackles.
6.
That was a quick pitch in the shotgun. Moore sets it up for Badin on a 3rd and 5 at the 35-yard line. Joey, is this go for it territory or is this 4-down territory?
You have to.
I mean, it's
You
3rd
have
and 5. If you're Badin, do you get a couple yards? Play that outside game again like you've been doing for the last quarter.
I'll probably do a nice little quick pass.
Shotgun. 2 men in motion for Badin to the right side. That leaves 3 wide receivers to the right. Landon Vitterick, quick
Beautiful
pass.
play there.
Wide open to Glenn Moore. 10-5 touchdown, Badin. Moore streaking across the middle, and that play has worked before, Joey. They ran it 2 times earlier. It worked, and they went back to that play. They're going to call it a bread and butter against this Ross Rams defense.
Beautiful play there by Badin. Cutting up the Ross middle, and we have our first points here tonight.
And 30-yard, was it 35-yard pass from Landon Vitterick. 2 more. Swinefus is be back to kick.
And here's a snap. It's up, and it's good, but there's a flag on the play. It might be on Ross, so it might not even matter.
That score took place 9 seconds before this fourth
Oh,
quarter.
no, it's on
gun.
Badin. A little false start. They're going to have to come back out and kick it again. Illegal procedure there. That's a Coach Ward's nightmare, especially on an extra point.
Yeah,
there.
you really don't have to do much if you're the line. You know, just wait for that ball to snap and just hold your ground. Enough time for for that snap and kick.
Yeah.
We got to
Attempt
keep
number 2.
We got to keep an eye on Caden Rogers on the offensive line
And
as Ross will take this ball. They need to bounce back. Caden Rogers needs to take the team on his shoulders and figure out how they can do that. Kick is up and good. 7-0 Badin on top of Ross. First quarter, we've got 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Schweinefuss boots it deep, and that's returned by number 2, Casey Redemeyer. He gets pushed out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's going to leave 4 seconds on the clock as we're winding down this first quarter play.
I expect Ross to bounce back.
Oh, yeah.
I think Bose needs to take control, and then that middle, they keep running up the middle, but Badin is right there. They have to maybe switch something up here.
Caden Rogers is on the left side. Left tackle at the moment. We'll see where Ross is going to go. And they go to the left side. Slip, handoff up the middle to Jackson Gifford. Nothing going. I expect Jackson Gifford to be rumbling bumbling by now.
Yeah. Badin, good job containing him.
Takes us to the end of the first quarter. Badin 7, Ross nothing. We're going to take a break here. Stay with us. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Here's some in the know factoids here. Badin defeated Alter twice last season, including once in the postseason. It was the first time. We'll have a shortened halftime. We talked to both coaches during the preseason, and we got some insight on the transition into the season. And I saw a false start there. Ross, number 15, Max Lauer, jumped the gun.
Ross coming out a little bit slow on the running game. I think Badin has it down, and as of right now, stopping Bose and then Gifford.
Right. You know, in that first drive, it seemed as though Ross was going to knock on the door, get settled in there, and turnover Central. C.J. Bose under center. Wide receiver split to the left. He takes an end around himself and is crunched, flattened by the Badin defense. I mean, just spit a name out there. He was there. I mean, you're looking at Logan New. You're looking at Hunter Harrison. All of them over there.
Badin, one of the best defenses that we saw last year in the Butler County area. Second in the GCL. Only allowed 10 points a game around there last year. But they are dominating right now the offensive front of Ross.
11:20 left to go in the second quarter. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Joey Vogt if you're just tuning in. Shotgun, Bose rolls to the left. Has a couple guys
Nowhere.
he's looking at
It's
the
gonna be
jump
picked.
throw. Yeah, it was picked
It's intercepted again.
Andrew Hegeman.
Hegeman
is at
again.
number 2. Heggs. I mean, Andrew Hegeman stepping in. He's saying, "Hey, I had a good guy to learn from." That's his brother Joshua Hegeman.
And it's really funny that they threw. I was going to tell you, if you're Badin, make Bose throw the ball. He doesn't throw the ball.
Yep.
And that's what happens when you normally have a rusher as a QB.
Well, we'll call that perfectly played defense by Badin.
Absolutely.
With Bose rolling to the left side, he had pressure coming at him.
Oh, yeah, he did.
And those receivers recovered.
Yeah.
So fantastic defense by Badin, and they took over at the Ross 13-yard line. 11:04 to go in the first half. Fake handoff. Landon Fingers going to take himself. And he fumbles the ball into the end zone.
Ross's ball.
Recovered. Brady Imhoff.
Touchback.
Casey Redemeyer.
And just like that, they're playing patty cakes.
Well, right now they are, Joey. Landon Viderick saw daylight there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with the quarterback option there, took
His
it
eyes
himself.
lit.
Oh yeah, saw a lot of room up the middle there, and got crunched. I couldn't catch who made that hit.
Me either. But that was a heck of a hit.
Casey Redemeyer was there to swoop it up in the end zone, and Ross takes back over, back in business, right? Takes back over at the 20-yard line. 10:57 to go.
Second quarter starting off.
Fireworks. As the sun sets here at beautiful, newly turfed Robinson Field in Ross Township. Handoff. I think that's C.J. Bose. If C.J. Bose has 8 Badin Rams trying to tackle him, Jackson Gifford.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know it's Jackson Gifford going up the middle.
I feel like I say this a lot when I see fullbacks, but it reminds me of Mike Allstott. You got to have 5 players to tackle him.
Jacob Bingham with the update. He is at Cardinal Stadium. Lakota West Colerain anticipated contest. The battle of Bolden's old school and new school here. 0-0. Bose under center.
That's a handoff.
Handoff to
Still staying up.
And Airy to the right
To the
side.
outside.
First down.
No, he was down. The ball's loose.
Was that ball loose? It looked like he was down.
He was
Knee.
down,
I think
though.
they're going to call him down.
What? They gave it to Badin.
Wow.
Did-
Oh, no. Oh, no.
They gave it to Badin.
Yeah, Tyler Andery was going down. I thought his knee hit.
His knee was down, Chris.
Now we're on the Ross side of the seating chart here in the press box, and some choice words aren't. I'm glad we got some mic mufflers here because you wouldn't like to hear what Ross is saying on the sideline.
That's a missed call. I know I can't see that well, but I could see that.
Well, you know, at this point you can't hound the refs. You know, angles and whatnot play a huge toll on these calls, and you know, at the same time we're playing high school football.
Chris, that's 3 turnovers in under about a minute 5 seconds.
Landon Bitter, quick pass
Great
to
pass.
Lucas Moore. Finds some daylight.
Still going.
10.
1 to the 10. He's in. Touchdown, Badin.
Viderick DeBoer again, Joey.
Lucas Moore.
Joey, we're going to about a 40-yard touchdown.
Another big play there. And another big play call there by Badin. And it all stemmed on that knee that was down. But Badin will get that extra point here coming up.
Well, you know, Badin's doing a good job of the spread offense, which is it's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's spreading them. We were able to catch up with some of the coaches during the offseason. Here's what they had to say in excitement.
Numerous area high school football programs got the go-ahead on Monday, June 1st to hit the practice field. And the vibe was relatively the same throughout the county. Pure excitement.
As they were rolling in this morning, you're still kind of getting goosebumps seeing them back. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at their bodies. Some of them the shape they came back in. Really excited about how they look. But yeah, like I had told you earlier, you're kind of complaining about the check-ins and all this and taking temperatures and that. And number one, our administration's done a great job of making sure we restart in the healthiest, safest way possible. But as I'm thinking about complaining about those things, you think about spring athletes who didn't even get a season and coaches who didn't get to say goodbye to those seniors. So, yeah, I'm just excited we're here.
That was Ross head coach Kenyon Cummins, just excited to be out to practice and coach their kids. As he mentioned it, you could be the spring student athletes this past season and not see the field and not see the tennis courts. So kicking off is Schweinefusch for Badin after a 40-yard touchdown pass from Landon Vitterick to Moore. It's the second connection on the day. And that's returned by Casey Redemeyer to the left side, and he's going to be crunched. Stopped at the 18-yard line, 9:56 to go. Joe, Badin seems as though they're locking in on Ross. Something that, Ross may not be used to seeing in terms of somebody stopping their defense, stopping their offense.
You're right. Badin's spreading them out, and when they need to make plays, they are. Vitterick to Moore twice for big touchdowns.
Bo's over 1,200 yards. Jackson Gifford over 1,100 yards last year. A combination, 27 touchdowns.
That's a lethal duo in the backfield.
Yeah, 14-0 Badin. Handoff, Jackson Gifford up the middle. Gets past the 20, and we're going to take him down at the 22-yard line. That tackle wrapped up Hunter Harrison. Hunter Harrison's got quite a few tackles today.
Yeah, he does.
Hunter Harrison's younger sister, played softball on Jenna's softball team. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. I did not know that.
Good family. That's over at FYBA. Under 9:30 to go in the second quarter, 14-0 Badin over Ross. CJ Bo's underneath the center. And there's a push from Badin. And that's,
goodness gracious.
Again, let's call it again. Number 71, Logan New, and number 77, Hunter Harrison in there again. It's going to be 3rd down and 12.
This defense has been spectacular tonight. Last year, compared to last year, this is going to be a really fun team to watch, especially on the defensive side for Badin. They have a lot of special players, and Ross right now cannot get anything going.
Under center is Bose. Behind him is Jackson Gifford.
Timeout for Ross.
Yeah, that's a good timeout by Kenyon Cummins. Get some things under control.
Yeah.
We're going to get some things under control, Joey. 14-0. Badin over Ross. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Ross's Robinson Field. I want to thank Ross Athletic Director Jake Richards hooking us up for prime standing room in here in the press box. I'm not sitting down for this because it's too hot.
Yes, you're right.
So it's fantastic hospitality. Always gracious to come up over here in Ram Country, Ross style.
Chris, you're down 14-0 if you're Ross. What do you think was the choice words in that huddle?
If I know Kenyon Cummins, it's I don't know if he'd have a few choice words to say to his kids. Just play the game like you know how they play. You know, they're not going to change the scheme of things on offense. Bose run fumble.
He fumbled
gets
the
wrapped
ball?
up by Hunter Harrison, who's got it. He got wrapped up in the backfield. Oh, Badin's just cruising through that line.
Goodness. Overpowering Ross.
Well, I'd imagine that they're not getting through the left side of the offensive line because that's our boy Keaton Rogers.
Yeah.
But it's recovered by the Ross Rams. Are going to bring up 4th down and 12 at their own 17-yard line. Joey, they're going to line up the punt. That's a no-brainer there. You can't afford to give Ross some more field position.
You have Moore and Lauer back, and this will be in Ross territory when they get it.
Joey, I brought a Lunchable. Did you bring a Lunchable?
No, I didn't think about it.
Why didn't you bring a Lunchable?
Brought a Lunchable.
Yeah.
What?
Sponsored by Lunchables.
There's a concession stand down there.
It was from where? It was from work today. Brings us
Giving
back
Lunchables a shout out.
Bring us back to the old days.
Except when Mom took all the ham cheese.
That's a beautiful kick.
Wow.
That's a
check that.
barn burner of a kick, and that's going to be downed at the Ross 29-yard line.
That was a boot.
Yeah, Tanner Smith with the heck of a boot.
He shut me up real quick. I definitely thought Badin was going to get that in Ross territory, but beautiful punt.
I mean, it didn't look like your traditional punt. I mean, Tanner Smith just literally put all of his he literally jumped and kicked it. It was pretty surreal.
I always like those rugby style punters though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it did kind of remind me like that. Well, I mean, if you look at Tanner Smith is an inside linebacker on the Ross. 7:28, the cowbell going crazy over here, Ross. Hopefully it helps them out. 15% capacity.
Right up the middle. Ooh.
Rawlings up the middle gets tripped up.
Shoestring tackle. Rawlings had green, Chris.
Yeah, he did.
Goodness.
And he tripped up by number 27 from Ross. We'll give that credit to Tanner Smith. Tanner Smith, he's everywhere. Rugby kicking punts and shoestring tripping tackles. 2nd down and 5. 7:02 remaining in the second quarter. Shotgun Landon Viderick. To the left of him
Motion for Moore.
is Dallas Rawlings up the middle. He gets plugged up there. Not until he gets about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
That's a big stop here if you're Ross.
Yeah, Ross needs it. Oh, dude, this Hamilton-Princeton game, crazy. I think we had 3 touchdowns in a matter of 2 minutes. Chris Gundrum, one of our riders, 70-yard touchdown pass.
Goodness.
From Quincy Marshall to Darian Bowling. Darian Bowling, he is going to he's going to be a specimen this year. Quincy Sims-Marshall connecting with his guy, Darian Bowling. 14-7, second quarter, reports Chris Gundrum.
Up the middle. Yeah, he might be just short. Yeah, he is. Good.
Now let's wait. Yordy's over here measuring it with himself.
He's not going to measure, Chris.
His size 12's over there. I don't know if it's... They're going to call it short.
Oh, they're going to go for it, too.
Yeah, no fear. No fear. Go for it.
Well, the way your defense has been playing, I don't see why not. This would be a good call. Your defense has been stopping Ross.
Yep. I was going to say that's the key factor there. And if you're Yordy, I think you guys still got 2 timeouts. Call a timeout right now if you're Yordy. I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Time ticking down to under 5:30 to go here in the second quarter, 14-0. If you're just tuning in, Badin, 2 strikes from Landon Viderick to Moore, 1 of 35, 1 of 40. That's an estimation. I'm just going by an estimation on that. We'll find the official touchdown drives at the tail end of this contest. Well, timeout by Badin. We'll take a break. Stay with us. as we've got a tricky call here on 4th down. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
All right, Ross gets the punt from Landon Vitterick. Landon Vitterick's doing it all.
Yeah.
Fair catch. And you know what? I think Nick Yordi at the tail end of that timeout said, no, guys. Let's boot this. Let's play some field position like you were talking about, Joey. And you know, I guess either way, it's a good call.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong there. Badin's defense really completely shutting down the duo of Bose and Gifford. And you have 5:13 left to go. If you're Ross, you have to get points on the board before halftime. So we'll see on this drive what they can do here. Under center is Bose. To the outside. Still going. That's going to be a hold. I believe it's coming back.
Yeah, that was a handoff to Landon Andrew.
Yep.
Kind of a sweep play to the wing. 5:07 left to go.
Will be a hold. It's coming back. Chris, I am 1 for 1 on the year. Just call me a ref.
I tell you, every time you say something like this, I tell you, why didn't you become a ref? Why don't you ref, man? Well, I know you wouldn't be up here with me.
Exactly.
So, I'd be torn.
It comes with watching football with you guys earlier. You know, when we were younger, we always used to call right before the flags.
Well, yeah, we couldn't call we couldn't call the penalties in Tecmo Bowl because they didn't have penalties on Tecmo Bowl. Under center is C.J. Bose next to him. Jackson Gifford gets it. Fakes it. He got his fake
pitch.
And that's Andrea to the outside.
Still going down the side, out of bounds.
Pushed out of bounds by Logan Imhoff. That's going to stop
a different play there from Ross there. I like that play.
Yeah, C.J. Bose made that quarterback read.
Yep.
You know, and when you had Andrea coming behind him, he was able to pull that ball outside out of Jackson Gifford's stomach and tossed on over to Andrew. He got himself about, I'd say about 6-7 yards there. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Actually picked up, looks like a 9 there.
Hand off Jackson Gifford. Nothing going. Plunges up the middle for about 2. That's kind of an honest play. You got to keep Badin honest on that, and hopefully open up something on the outside if you're Ross.
Just getting ready to say that. Maybe you find something outside, a little pitch. So far, Badin containing Bose and Gifford. Gifford, last year's game, had 13 carries, 69 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Run again.
The option backfield. Handoff.
Nowhere.
Up the middle to Jay Warren. Jay Warren crunched in that tackle.
Well,
that tackle's from Jack Walsh.
What do you do here? 4th and 5. Yeah, you got to punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't risk it.
I mean, you've only got a 2-score game, Joe. So if you're Kenny Cummins, put that punt out there. See what you can do. And don't forget Tanner Smith. Got himself a heck of a
Might
boot.
as well go in the end zone. So you have Moore and Lauer back to receive the punt.
Time a ticking here in the second quarter. 3:25 to go.
What am I seeing a
Here
fake,
comes
Chris?
the rugby kick. Boom. Oh, that was not as good as the other one. That shanked it to the right. Didn't even make it to the 50-yard line, Joe.
There is a penalty, though. I'm wanting to see.
Is there do you call a penalty on a horrible kick?
I don't think so.
That was not good. I don't think Tanner Smith liked that one. Neither did Kenny Cummins. Hands on the hip.
It's going to be on Badin. It's going to be a first down.
There it is. Well, you know what? Hey, in a game like this, you're Badin, you're Ross. Sometimes
anything.
Sometimes you need something like that to get a little momentum going. Take what you can get right now.
Yeah.
First game of the season.
Still trying to figure out what that flag is on Badin, though. Here we go.
Lakota 17, Sycamore 7 in the second quarter. Big Blue 14, Princeton 7 in the second quarter. Wentwood 7, Edgewood nothing in the second quarter.
Wow, it's a personal foul against Badin. But
the offsetting? What
changing
happened?
possessions, though.
So that punt must have happened.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go ahead and tack it on to Badin after that punt. So you know what? Hey, Badin makes a mistake after Ross's punt was a mistake. So you got Badin starting the ball at the run 40. So no harm, no foul, but he probably wanted a better kick from Tanner Smith. Unlike his other one. His other one was, I would say, about 50, 60-yard boot.
Yes, that one was about maybe 10.
That was not good yet. Badin takes back possession at their own 40-yard line.
Just an update here around the county. We have Lakota East on top of Sycamore, 17-7 in the second. Hamilton coming back in the second quarter on top of Princeton, 14-7. Winton Woods on top of Edgewood, 7-0 in the second. And then Pueblo Shawnee on top of Madison, 13-0. And Talawanda, 13-0 over Carroll. All right, and Vitterick tried to find somebody, still staying up.
Vitterick up the middle. First, not quite a first down.
What? Scooting there too much. Getting about 7 or 8.
Second down and 2. You know, this is a possession where Badin can kind of take their time. They got 2 timeouts, under 3 to play.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I guess not take your time too much, but you're able to run this in and you possibly get yourself another score.
Absolutely, yeah.
Vitterick in a shotgun to the right of him.
So, looking for a pitch.
Is Rawlings. Rawlings hits the pitch to the right
pitch.
side. First down and more, out of bounds. That's all right.
You know what?
Casey Redemeyer did a nice little shoulder shrug.
If I was Rawlings, I would have went down.
But you're a soccer guy. You would have flopped.
They might have called it. Come on.
Dallas Rawlings, he doesn't flop.
He was already out of bounds. Come on.
He doesn't flop.
That's going to be a first down for Badin. It's at the 37 of Ross as they are driving to end the second quarter, 2:29.
Well, that was a beautifully planned play there. I mean, you had basically Landon Vitterick rolling to the right side with Dallas Rawlings trailing him. So, you know, he saw pursuit. He ditches it off to Dallas Rawlings. Rawlings out. In comes Jack Walsh.
We got a flag. Yeah, it looks like a false start or illegal procedure, one of the two.
False start by the Badin Rams. Did you call that one, Joey? Did you call that one?
I believe I did. Illegal procedure, yep.
All right, good for you, man.
Listen.
Over under on correct calls.
I'll go 4. Over 4.
You already what?
I'm at 2.
You're at 2?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what you
We
can
still
do.
got a whole half to go. We're good.
I know.
I would like to see Badin take one shot deep. You got one-on-one up top.
Well, see here, Landon Vitterick in the shotgun. Jack Walsh next to him. Walsh takes it up the middle. Dipsy-do with a run up the middle.
Nice little
gets
run
wrapped
there
up.
the middle. Gonna get that 5-back plus a yard.
Yeah, dude, I got to make a mention. Tanner Smith, right now he's my favorite Ram. Ross Ram, that is. I mean, his gargantuan leg that he had, minus the shank. And then the dude's in every single tackle.
He is.
Every single tackle.
And that's what you want to see out of a coach. Always out of a player, I'm sorry, if you're a coach.
He's an outside linebacker.
Oh, look at this play.
Trickery play. Pitch
Moore to the outside.
Lucas Moore jukes and jives. First down.
First down.
Across the 25-yard line. He actually tackled the 25-yard line. Badin in business, brother, before this half is coming to a close.
If you're Yorty, you are loving this drive. You're ticking down the clock. You still got timeouts left. And if you score here, you can have a chance of getting the ball back again. Ball to 25.
Yeah, 1st and 10. $1:38 left to go in this first half, dominated by Badin.
Up the middle.
Up to Badin. Yeah, that was Jack Walsh. He gets dropped not until he's got about himself 2 yards. That brings the ball down to the 23-yard line. Yeah, what Matt said, that's pretty cool about how the referees put down an orange, an orange marker.
Yeah.
The ball does not touch a single
not,
referee. It's only within the players, which is pretty cool.
OHSAA is on top of it.
2 timeouts left for both programs. Reaching a minute. Shotgun. Landon Viderick drops back to pass. He rolls. Finds number 11. Perfect pitch and catch to Brandon Moore. And that's Braden Moore, pardon me. That's going to be a first down inside the 10. Down to the 8-yard line. Clock stops, Joey, until that ball gets placed.
That was a great roll out there from Viderick, finding.
First and goal at the 8. Here we go. And remember, you got 2 timeouts if you're Badin.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't have to get too fancy here.
Up the middle.
Handoff. That's Jack Walsh. Walsh gets tackled inside the markers, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain down to the 5. Timeout, Badin.
Yep.
That's a good call by Yorty. Good call.
Yeah, and you got one left, so you can figure out a few plays here.
Well, and let's stay right here, Joe. We've got Landon Viderick in the backfield, proving that he can throw the ball. He's rolling out. He's finding his men when he's rolling out.
That was one of my concerns for Badin coming in is, with Schweitzer being gone, can Viderick take over? And so far, he is doing phenomenal. Those 2 big plays, one for 35, both to Moore, and then one for 40 approximately to give Badin a 14-0 lead. And, you're looking at Badin's defense, and it's just completely stomping on Ross up front. And it's like Ross cannot get anything moving. Bose is being contained. Gifford's being contained. So far, it's a really good half for Badin. And if you're Ross, you want to go into halftime. What are the mistakes you are making, and how can you fix them?
Well, they're going to take their second timeout. You're allowed doing that here in high school football. So Badin's going to burn their third and final timeout. We'll burn our last timeout of the half. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. Badin 14, Ross Nutton. Stay with us.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Welcome back to the beautiful Robinson Field here on Ross High School's campus. The sun starting to set over.
It's beautiful.
I think that's the State Route 27 trees back there behind us.
Imhoff went in motion. And
Pitch,
that's
catch,
a touchdown!
Roll out, Landon Viderick, touchdown. You're right, Joey. There it is.
What a play call. Imhoff.
Braden Imhoff, he wraps it up.
Who went in formation.
Yeah, right.
That was a great play. Great design there by Badin. And they have a 3-touchdown lead.
The offensive mentality that Badin's performing right now over Ross is just it's just a little bit more maintained than Ross's defense is able to handle right now at this point. Kenyon Cummins takes off the headsets. Going to go into the half and figure something out.
You also got to wonder if last year's loss Badin had to Ross, do you think it would play a mindset coming in? It's on their mind, the way they lost too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would think about that or.
Yeah, I don't know. I think at this point you're looking at it a different season. You got different players. You have different leaders.
Yeah.
I don't think Ross would look at that game last year and say, you know what, we need to pressure ourselves to do better this game. I think as a program, if you're Ross, it's just let's go out there and play the fundamentals and see what happens. Well, yeah, of course you want to beat your rival Badin, to find out who the real Rams are.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Joey, I think Kenny Cummins just tells his kids, look, go out there and play. You know the fundamentals. Do your thing. And, the scoreboard will tell the tale.
Yeah. And the scoreboard does tell the tale here from Yordy's side of things. Badin, impressive defense here in the first half, Chris. I don't think Bose or Gifford combined has 100 yards.
Yeah, it's a minimal at this point. Minimal. Kicking off is Swinefuss, the 40-yard line. Back to receive is number 2, Casey Redemeyer. Redemeyer does most returning, but that kick was to the right side, returned by number 5, Cody Smith, immediately tackled at the 31-yard line, and that's where Ross is going to start with 20 seconds left.
I just take a knee.
Yeah. See what you can recoup and do what you can do. Hit the sidelines. Now, they don't have an extended, you typically have a 20-minute.
Yeah. I didn't know this part.
20 minutes of halftime was last year, in the past. But due to COVID standards, they get 12. So
they get 12?
Yeah, they're going to do 12. So they don't have to hear us ramble on and off at halftime.
Yeah.
Right. C.J. Bose in the shotgun. Man in motion, and that is Jay Warren. And they stoppage and play. Joey, are you going to call it again? Is that what it is?
Got it again, Chris. 3 for 3.
Joey, I think I should have placed some money on your odds, man. You're doing pretty good.
We'll go to the casino tonight, Chris.
No, I don't think the wife would like that. Who has the money anyway to do it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
I'd take this knee.
Yeah, Bo's under center. Do you break one big?
Well,
hand off. Jackson Gifford up the middle. He's got about 8 guys pulling him.
See, I am not sure about that call. I'm gonna be that person.
Just take a knee.
Yeah, you're down 21-0. A risk of a fumble.
Well, you certainly aren't going to do anything up the middle against Badin's, front 8. So, that's going to take us into the half. Badin, all but hoping to wrap this up before we even hit the third quarter. But it's high school football, Joey. It's Butler County High School football. Badin Ross, so don't count this one out.
Absolutely.
21-0. Badin up on top of Ross. We're going to say hey to our sponsors as we hit the halftime break. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Robinson Field. 21-0, Badin up on top of Ross. And, before we start going into some action from around the county, to justify Badin's 21-0 lead, Joey, Badin's able to connect on just about anything that they're doing right now on Ross's defense.
Badin's offense is finding ways to spread out Ross and finding that open pass or an open hole, which provides yardage, either 5 yards, whether it be 6 yards. And just a few examples, Viderick to Moore in that first quarter with 9 seconds to go, 35-yard touchdown pass. As well in the second quarter, Viderick to Moore again for 40 yards. That was with 10:04. But what I'm looking at is the Badin defense. It has just trampled Bose and Gifford up front. I don't think they have 100 yards combined here in the first half. So my question, what is Ross's mentality coming in the second half? Are they going to do the same stuff? Will they switch it around a little bit? Because when Bose throws, he already has two interceptions.
Right. Well, Badin's defense is basically already claiming their stake. So Ross is going to have to try and figure out something else to do.
Yeah.
Badin's been able to, at will, get into the backfield, get Bose all scrambled up, and at that point, it's not really. It's too late. It's too late to make a play if you're CJ Bose. So we're going to go ahead and take another break. We'll be right back on the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
All right, 21-0. Badin commanding lead in the first half. Ross has got some catching up to do. Not what Cummins wanted to see out of his Ross Rams, but I'm pretty sure that Nick Yorty is rather pleased on the other spectrum there.
Yeah. So we got some scores around the county here since we are at halftime. We have Fairfield and Mason in a deadlock here at 3-3 halftime. Monroe trailing Franklin 17-0 at halftime. We have a barn burner at Virgil Schwarm Hamilton on top of Princeton 14-13. And then Talawanda, Joel Sackenheim, and Dan Vogt are at that one, calling that one. That is 19-6, Talawanda. And then we have Hubbard's first stint as Madison head coach, trailing 13-6 with Pueblo Shawnee.
We've got Lakota West 0-0 against Coleraine. And we've also got Lakota East 17, Sycamore 7, Winton Woods. And this game, a little bit of a tidbit of information here.
It just got announced not too long ago.
Right, well, here's what happened, and unfortunately things are going to happen. It's just the nature of the business, or nature of the beast, I should say, with COVID and taking precautions and making sure that everybody's safe. But Winton Woods is supposed to play Kings.
Yeah.
It was announced earlier in the afternoon that, unfortunately, I think that Kings student-athlete may have been exposed to COVID, so that automatically red flag. You've got to take proper precautions. If you don't, some hefty... moralistically not good.
Yeah.
Not good. So Winton Woods was like, crap, we're not going to play now, which Winton Woods didn't have a full season last year. They only had 9 games. So they're like, well, we can't do this again. Edgewood, on the other hand, they were set to play Fenwick. Fenwick made the same call on that one. They made the same call in terms of, hey, look, may have been somebody that is exposed, so immediately, Edgewood, Winton Woods, on the horn, boom. Got that game probably lined up within, I'd say, an hour of when
that's awesome.
Both games were announced to be canceled. So that was pretty cool. That was really cool to see. These kids, these coaches, unfortunately from the Kings Fenwick standpoint, it's rough to see, but some of these coaches are going to do what they can to make sure that these kids are going to see the field.
Exactly. And we're definitely happy that fall sports back on, and especially for the seniors, because I know they've been antsing at the bit to get out there.
The New Miami Vikings North College Hill Trojans contest, that was canceled. New Miami will pick back things up next week. Get back at it. And that's all we got right now. And in Middletown, you got to talk about Middletown. The kids up in Middletown, they stood their ground. They basically protested, say, hey, look, the administration in Middletown wanted to try and play the precaution game. They wanted to make sure that, things were met safely. The athletic department and students fought back. And they won. They ultimately said, well, let's do the things that we've been continually to do, and that's social distance. That's how many times we're gonna say that, Joey? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just do the necessary things to make sure that you'll see a season. Well, unfortunately for Middletown, they did have to give up their week 1 game, which I believe was Oak Hills. They told Oak Hills, just go schedule somebody, guys. Yeah. It's not looking promising. So.
And that's just, just for precautions. I have nothing against that if you're Middletown. They just want to keep the kids safe, and they'll revamp. And if you look at it this way, it's an extra week. to practice.
Yeah, it's business as usual
Exactly.
here for Middletown coming up next week. They got Fairfield. They'll play at Fairfield.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good
way
one.
to start off the contest. Usually you're starting off in the GMC. You're starting off with 2 non-conference teams.
Exactly.
You're
yeah.
starting off with
clanging right then.
the fighting Jason Krauses. Well, we did catch a couple of our Butler County High School football coaches during the preseason. They were ecstatic. There's only one vibe when they were hitting the practice field June 1st, and this is what they had to say.
Numerous area high school football programs got the go-ahead on Monday, June 1st to hit the practice field. And the vibe was relatively the same throughout the county. Pure excitement.
As they were rolling in this morning, you're still kind of getting goosebumps seeing them back. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at their bodies. Some of them, the shape they came back in. Really excited about how they look. But yeah, and like I had told you earlier, you're kind of complaining about the check-ins and all this and taking temperatures and that. Number one, our administration's done a great job of making sure we restart in the healthiest, safest way possible. But as I'm thinking about complaining about those things, you think about spring athletes who didn't even get a season and coaches who didn't get to say goodbye to those seniors. So, I'm just excited we're here.
We're excited to be back. Times like that, you just have to keep your teammates accountable, just work hard even though, you can't control stuff like that. And you'll hear Coach come and say, you can't, just don't let the things that you can't control bother you. And now we're just glad to be back out here. Kind of sweaty, but it's all right.
Hey, it's great to be back. I think every high school football coach in Butler County is probably feeling the same way. Everybody's got their guidelines they got to follow, and so do we. And we're gonna respect that. We're gonna do it. But there is a little bit of a different vibe. There's always a big vibe on day one, and everything has happened the past couple months. I mean, these kids are pretty locked in, which is good to see. They're excited to be here, and that's the big thing too. And it's high school football in Ohio, and you can't beat it. So I think everybody's pretty happy to be here.
No, it doesn't. When you think about mid-May, was looking at June 30th as a possible return. Suppose July 1st, and things changed in those weeks, and they said we could get back together. So I think it was important for the student athlete, to get back with their teams and their teammates, and being able to get together with a workout and be back around each other, kind of back home here at Coomler and in the field house and stuff like that. So I think it was very important for the young men, to get this time to get back together.
Yeah, that was Edgewood High football coach Scott Clemens. We talked to Ross Rams football coach Kenny Cummins, and Badin Rams football coach Nick Yorty, as well as Caden Rogers, the stud force on the offensive line for Ross. Just to kind of piggyback on the vibe here, being in the press box, it is a little odd not seeing a packed stand, the stands packed here, because at Robinson Field, because this contest means a lot to both communities at this point. I mean, you're only 3 miles away. I mean, quick drive down 27, and you turn right on New London Road. So a lot's being lost right now, but a lot can be gained with how everybody reacts and how everybody keeps their composure. And it just seems like people are out here having a fantastic time and just glad to be watching football.
You're right, Chris, and I look at it this way. Obviously there's precautions from the OHSAA, but it's better than having no fans and no football.
Right.
And the precautions that at least Ross has set up has been phenomenal. I mean, asking, get the temperatures checked, and then they have little I see Ross stickers for the social distancing. So every precaution to let these kids have a good season. And I mean, that's all you can ask for is just follow what needs to be done. And let these kids play and have a great season. And that's all that matters, no matter if the season's short.
Yep.
Everybody makes the playoffs. I mean, so it's definitely exciting just to see high school football again.
Yeah, so kudos to the Ross administration, Ross Athletic Director Jake Richards. I quite frankly, every Ross, pardon me, every athletic director in Butler County that we associate with our coverage area schools, they really do bend over backwards. I mean, they're fantastic, I can't imagine the strain and the pressure and the tension that has kind of been tacked on to the job description within the last 3 or 4 months. So, I mean, you're not just playing schedule maker. You're not just playing field administrator. I mean, you're literally playing doctor to some of these kids.
Exactly.
So and these athletic directors don't have PhDs,
No.
So they're doing what they can to make sure that they that those kids can see the field. Well, 21-0 Badin at the half over Ross. We got about a minute and 20 seconds till we kick things back off here at Robinson Field. We'll take another break before we hit the third quarter. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Performance Toyota Superstore invites you to save. Money, that is. Overstocked pre-owned vehicles have forced us to wholesale direct to you. Our loss is your gain. Everything is on sale. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Every deal will be made. Keep your stimulus check and just show up and drive. If you want it, we've got it. Every style, every color, every model. It's used cars for everyone. Only at your Performance Toyota Superstore. Go to performancetoyotastore.com.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
All right, Badin's ready to return. Ross still in a huddle as we're entering into this third quarter. Joe, to kind of set them back up, you had 3 Landon Moore touchdown connections in the first half to get to where we're at. 35-yard pitch and catch to Moore with 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We had a 40-yard pitch and catch from Viderick to Moore again with about 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. And then after, Badin got a turnover there down in the red zone.
The last one was to Imhoff.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize with the Viderick to Imhoff, about a 5-yard rollout pass to the left side of the end zone there.
So Badin will start with the football here to begin the third quarter. Let's see if they can maintain that dominance.
Badin's going to move from left to right on your internet radio device, whatever you're listening to. Kickoff from Ross. Returned by number 7, Sam Webb. Not Sam Webb, that's Lucas Moore. Lucas Moore brings it past the 30-yard line to the 35, and that's where Badin's going to start. This broadcast is brought to you by Matandy Steel. Matandy Steel is a proud sponsor of Badin High School athletics and the coverage that the report provides. Also brought to you by Performance Toyota. Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota. And Rick's Tavern and Grill in Fairfield, located on Route 4. There are gift certificates, Performer of the Week sponsor. Yeah, we get to pick things back up with the gift certificate sponsor, with the gift certificate winner for our Performer of the Week. We'll have our Twitter poll up on Monday morning. You can nominate anybody you want. Email us, info@bchssreport.com. Landon Viderick, quick pass to the left side. That is Lucas Moore again.
Guess who?
Across to the 50-yard line, down to the 50-yard line, pardon me. And just those reads that Landon Viderick is making. No, Ross isn't there.
No, they're not. And the way he's reading the defense, it's like he's started before, and it's impressive, because that was one thing coming in. Questioning really that I had a question is getting in Schweitzer's footsteps. So, and he's making Vitterik's making a notch for Performer of the Week, Chris.
You know what? That was a light bulb in my head. Vitterik went 4 for 4 for 12 yards last year. A little tidbit information there. In the know.
Right up the gut.
Handoff up the middle to Jack Walsh. Crosses the 50-yard line into Ross territory, down at the 43-yard line. Tackled by number 28. Not Eli Emmons. That's for Badin. Tackled by Zach Morrell.
Picking up where they left off.
Yep. No, they really have.
So Ross can't find an answer.
2nd down and 2. Under 11 to play here in this third quarter. If you're just tuning in, I'm Chris Vogt alongside my brethren Joseph Vogt. In the shotgun is Landon Moore. Landon Vitterik. Landon Vitterik drops back to back looking for a home run ball. Is he going to try it?
Oh! What a catch!
Streak across the middle, down inside the 10-yard line.
Oh.
And I'm thinking that's one of the Schweinefuss twins. Schweinefuss helps him up, and that was Max Lauer darting across the middle.
That was a dart. Beautiful pass across the middle, all the way to the, looks like the 5.
Kudos to the offensive line for Badin. Landon Vitterik legitimately took 3 steps up into that pocket, was waiting for Max Lauer to get open, and there it was. Inside the 10-yard line, 1st down. And goal at the 8.
Up the middle.
Handoff, Dallas Rawlings plunges inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line.
If you're Badin, up the middle all the time right
now.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not throwing BBs like that.
That's true, yeah. Or have Imhoff come in motion, just like last time when they were down in the red zone here for a touchdown on the corner.
Yeah, and keep in mind, a lot of the passes that Badin's been able to execute are across, they kind of slants across the middle. Little 10-yard up and then dart across the middle, which was Braden Moore. Handoff up the middle, and I think we're going to give that to Dallas Rawlings.
Yep. Rawlings is in.
Rawlings gets himself a touchdown in the TD column, and that's going to be from 3 yards out. 27-0, Badin up on top of the Ross Rams. You know, a little surprised, yeah. I mean,
yes.
I wouldn't imagine that this was something that I'd see right out of the gate.
Extra point up and wide.
Oh, no.
Right.
Never change the score prior to the extra point.
Did you get it?
Never
No?
do that.
Did you get it or no?
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't change it. I didn't change it. 27-0, Badin up on top of Ross with 9:36 to go in the third quarter. We're going to take another break, and then we'll run down some scores when we get back. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network. We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student-athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website.
Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
There's the boot from Schweinefuss. Returned by number 2. Casey Redemeyer breaking some tackles across the side. 50.
Still going.
Down to the 30-yard line. Yeah, Joey, that's exactly what Ross needed right there, buddy.
Got that one in the middle, cut to the side. Beautiful run down the sideline. And Ross can't remember the last time they were in Badin field position.
Right.
But they are looking good here to start the second half.
I'm telling you what, a play like that is huge when you're down by basically, a 4-score game. I'm not going to say it's out of reach because, you still got time to make plays.
Get a quick score here.
Right. So a play like this is just a huge, and almost a gift to Ross there. Under center is C.J. Bowes. C.J. Bowes and area motion. Handoff up the middle. Is that Jackson Gifford? Yeah, it's Gifford, the bruiser. Wrapped down by Hunter Harrison. Hunter Harrison calling his name quite often. And Logan New.
Up there. Amazing how Badin's defense is crashing quick on Ross.
Ross in an option formation. Hands off to Jackson Gifford. Gifford bumbling inside the 30-yard line. And he's tackled by Swinefuss. We'll call that Michael Swinefuss. Third and four for Ross. You know, you're going to go for it eventually.
Yeah.
If you hit the fourth down mark here.
Yeah,
but
I think there's no question that you need to go for it here if you don't get it.
But I also don't think you throw here, too, if you're C.J. Bowes.
Yeah.
I think you continue to run the ball and see where you go. C.J. Bowes keeps himself. Hunter Harrison in. Oh, pardon me, not Hunter Harrison. He gets 77 and 71.
New. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
News on another level. 4th down and 9, Joey. That's a 4-yard loss.
Ice.
No, well, C.J. Bowes, he had no time to do anything.
You're
man.
right. I'd still. You're down. I'd go for it here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Scores from around the county: Lakota East 17, Sycamore 14, Lakota West nothing, Colerain nothing at the half, Monroe nothing, Franklin 17 at the half, Talawanda and Carroll 19-6, Talawanda at the half, and Preble Shawnee in Madison. Preble Shawnee on top of Madison.
We got timeout, Chris.
13-6.
Coons might rethink this decision.
Yeah, well, it's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to make something happen, but then again, you really don't want to make sure it's out of reach if you don't get this. So we'll step aside. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Ross is rethinking definitely. You got 3 wide receivers split out to the right, a full line. Here comes Bowes in the shotgun, takes it himself, and he does not get anything. Pops hard.
Yeah.
Popped hard by number 1, and that's Bobby Young, and that's going to be a turnover. Badin takes over at the 30-yard line. I mean that's Ross's style of offense. You've got the option offense, but do you try and pass there if you're going to go for it?
I probably would have. Maybe I know the first 2 haven't been all that well, but at that point, I mean, you would at least try something to get the first.
Badin just it's like they took the offensive playbook and
we got a cramp.
Yeah, well, it's going to happen. And, I'm really surprised that this haven't happened earlier. I mean, unfortunately, number 15, Max Lauer's cramping up, and gosh, that was another thing that you want to talk about. Trying to get prepped and prepared on a limited scale.
Yeah.
That's tough on these kids.
Yeah.
I think there was an article out there, I forget which news source, but, you're going to see an increase in injuries that aren't related to, your ACLs. This is going to be muscles. This is going to be muscle injuries that these kids aren't aren't used to performing at a high level, barring the mere fact that they haven't really been able to do much in terms of practicing and scrimmaging. Handoff up the middle, Landon
tackle.
Vitterick gives it off to Dallas. Pardon me, that's not Dallas. That's Jack Walsh. Jack Walsh didn't get next to nothing on that. That's the loss of 2.
Good tackle that by D'Angelo to stop that.
Under 7 to play here in the third quarter. 27-0. Badin up on top of Ross. The battle of the Rams. Butler County's finest. I mean, you're looking at Lakota East, Lakota West. Badin Ross. I mean, this is
there
is
are
it.
a lot of good teams in the area.
Well, I mean, you're also looking at a lot of good rivalries too. Landon Vitterick just going to take a sweep to the left side. He's got all kinds of blockers.
That's going to be a hold, though, Chris.
Joe, you're going to call a hold, but Landon Vitterick
Still
gets about 20 yards there to the 50-yard line. He got 20 yards because of a possible hold. Joey, are you right? Is this going to be number 4?
There it is.
You got it. Good job. I'm proud of you, man. Hey, you know, if Kenny Cummins, it's just I know that Caden Rogers is your offensive lineman stud, but put him at nose tackle.
Why not?
Put him at nose tackle. Get something started.
At least.
But you know what? That may not work because Badin's working the outside.
They're
working
right.
the outside.
I mean, you can't run outside, you can't run inside. I mean, there's not much options.
6:30 left to play here in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Shotgun is Landon Vitterick. Vitterick rolls to the right side. Here comes that play, Joey, rolling to the right. Beautiful throw
play
to Lucas Moore. It was a button hook, Joey.
Right to the outside.
Yep.
Still on his feet. Out of bounds. That was a great play.
Yeah. Lucas Moore, it was a down and out. Basically, 10-yard down and out. Landon Vitterick throws it before he's even out into his break. It was. I mean, we saw it. It was right at us.
His vision is impressive. I mean, you have to have a good IQ, you know, to be a quarterback. And I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I was a very good quarterback.
For what, Joey? For backyard?
In my dreams, yeah.
I was going to say backyard.
Backyard football, yeah, you know.
Yeesh.
35 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Get up on that. 3rd down and 6 for Badin. 5:42 to play here in the third quarter. Shotgun, Landon Vitterick rolling to the left side.
He should run that here.
Nobody.
Wide open.
Just no pursuit from Ross.
Moore. Still going.
Moore gets a pitch and catch from Landon Vitterick and gets down to the 45-yard line of Ross. It has to be a first down.
Moore's down. He took a
healthy hit.
Yeah.
Yep. And that healthy hit was laid on by number 54, Will Mischke. Well, while Moore is being tended to, we're going to take a quick break. 5:29 left to go in the third quarter. 27-0. Badin up on top of Ross. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student-athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student-athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website.
Hey, this is Badin High's Dallas Rawlings, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
I'm Chris Vogt alongside Joey Vogt. Back from the break. Moore gets helped out the field. Hope he's okay. 5:29 left to play. 1st down and 10 for Badin at the Ross 40. Landon Vitterick
Russo
hands
in motion.
off to
Uh-oh.
Dallas Rawlings. Breaks up the middle.
Breaks free.
Inside the 30 or 20-yard line, and he's tackled. Joey, good run. I mean, he was weaving and dodging. A beautiful hole. Landon Vitterick hands off to him, and he does the rest.
I look at it, it all starts up front, and they give him the hole and give him some good work to do. And 1st and 10 here at the 20. Just Badin, I'm very impressed with the way they're playing.
Reaching the 5-minute mark here if you're just tuning in, 27-0. Badin up on top of Ross. Badin is moving from left to right on your device, on however you're listening to, Roku, your internet, you're streaming it on the TV.
Pitch to Rawlings.
Yeah, pitch to Rawlings, the left side.
Stays up.
He gets down to the 5-yard line, breaks a tackle, and Nick Yordy's saying, let's get in the end zone, buddy. Let's get in the end zone. That's what he's saying. I don't know if he's yelling at his players or not, but it must have been a wrong block. If he probably would have seen a block better than that, he might have gotten in the end zone. But I don't know what you're – it's a hold.
It's a hold.
There it is. That's why. He's telling his guy, quit holding.
Yeah.
We're on the other side of the field on that play, so it's hard to tell there. Eric Rawlings holds. He's going to see the bench. He pulled him out immediately. 1st and 15 on a play that Rawlings nearly found the end zone on a sweep left. .436 to go, third quarter. I'm Chris Vogt, joined by Joey Vogt in the Ross High Robinson Field booth. Landon Vitterick, nothing going.
He stays up!
Breaks a tackle, moves it to the left
side.
He
with the ball!
He lost the ball.
Out of bounds.
You're like Dave Lapham, Joey. I love it.
My goodness. I thought he went down. He stayed up.
He got hit in the backfield immediately. Took it himself. Jukes and jives. Heads over to the left side of the field. Gets hit again, loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds. So that ball is going to be marked where he fumbles it because it went backwards. So we'll call that 2nd down and 17. Clock will be starting here shortly. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Landon Vitterick's helmet did fall off. And are they going to let him? Is he on the field, Joey?
I don't think.
No, he still is on the field.
Wow.
He grabbed it, put it back on, and said, let's play. One right receiver to the right side, Vitterick under center. Drops back, fake pitch. Right across the middle.
What a pass.
Nobody
what a
covering
play.
Lucas Moore for a 27-yard touchdown connection up the middle. That fake pitch sold everybody in the linebacker region. Basically moved towards that fake pitch. Opened up Moore across the middle. That's his 3rd touchdown connection to Moore.
Beautiful play call there.
What is that, like Joe Montana to Jerry Rice now?
I would feel like
well,
that.
What, Warren Moon to Haywood Jeffries? Who else?
Marino to Duper.
Oh, get out of here. You and your Dolphins. Wow. 37-yard connection from Vitterick to Moore. And Swinefus kick.
It's good.
Is up and good. That brings it to 33-0. Badin up on top of Ross. We'll come back from a quick break with some scores from around the county. A wild one in Colerain Township. Lakota West is up on top of the Cardinals 3-0. We'll be right back on the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
All right, Moore catches a 3rd touchdown pass from Vitterick on a 27-yard strike across the middle. Landon Vitterick basically
Have yourself a game.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
I'm curious to find the actual official stats on this one. Schweinfuss makes the boot to the left side. I don't know if that's going to hit out bounds or not. And that's going to be returned by Casey Redemeyer. Redemeyer up the middle, gets hit, and down just past the 20-yard line. And I'd say Baden's hitting hard. Baden's hitting really hard.
They are.
There's a flag, so I don't know if that's going to be in terms of the hit or not.
That was a really late flag if it was.
Yordy's got to get off the field. Yordy's coming on the field.
Unsportsmanlike on Baden.
Boy. Well, as a coach, you want to make sure your players are disciplined.
Yes.
And you know what? There's a time to pipe down.
Yeah.
Pipe it down, make the play, and call it a day. Well, Baden didn't do that on that return, and Ross is going to pick up a couple more yards off the penalty, and that puts the ball at the 36-yard line. 4:08 left to play in the third quarter. Running down some scores. Don't have the highlights, but we do have the scores. We've got Monroe and Franklin. Franklin on top of Monroe, 17-0. And we'll go ahead and run down the rest of those scores here after this play. Let's see, there's a discussion from the refs. Let's see what's happening here. All right, ball is placed, and we're getting ready to pick back up. 1st and 10 for Ross at their own 36, 4:08 to play in the third quarter. C.J. Bose hands off to Jackson Gifford. Jackson Gifford is stuffed. 2-yard gain. Playing that inside game.
Well, what else is new tonight? Baden has been crashing, and they have been the more explosive up front. And then, in the secondary, you have Hageman that has 2 picks tonight. There's players all over this Baden defense.
I want to make a comment here. You had Mecky Bolin, who was the third running back in that backfield last year. Jackson Gifford handoff, 2 yards across the 40-yard line to the 41. It'll set up a 3rd down and 5. But going back to Bolden, he graduated as a senior, but he was another presence in the backfield that sort of opened up the opportunity for Ross to make more strategic plays on that option offense that they run. So, and Jackson Gifford can't get the ball every time.
Yeah.
And if Jackson Gifford doesn't get the ball, that means C.J. Bose is going to get it. So Baden's only got 2 people to key on right now. 2 wide receivers set to the right side. Man in motion to the left. Handoff, Jackson Gifford. Good sell by Bose. Gets himself a 1st down across the 50-yard line. Actually, we'll call it at the 50. 52 left to play in the third quarter. 1st down, Ross. One of the slim pickings 1st downs that Baden's has given up.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what the average per play for Ross is right now.
Yeah, if we had the stat tracker, I can't see it being more than 2-3 yards.
I would
2 or 3 yards, they probably like that.
Yeah.
I think you're in the 2s. Man in motion to the left side. Fake handoff. Bose has it.
That just got plugged.
Crunched, but he stays up. Gets an extra couple of yards.
That's a gritty yard right there.
Where we got one line judge calling it 4-yard gain, the other line judge on the other side. Yeah, I think he's going to call it a 4-yard gain.
Wherever the orange is.
Yeah, that ball's going to be down at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 6 for the home Ross Rams. Under 2 to play, third quarter. Jackson Gifford in the backfield. C.J. Bose takes it, fake handoff. He keeps it himself. 1st down.
Up the middle.
Yeah, and you know what? This is what Ross has been wanting to maneuver. C.J. Bose is able to actually sell them. But once you get the line in front of you to do what it's supposed to do, those plays happen.
Oh, goodness. A pearl, but it's coming back.
Uh-oh.
Personal foul.
Well.
Goodness gracious. It's like every time Ross does something, it gets...
Yeah, nullified.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't see anything on that. I'm not sure.
Well, anytime you see or hear a personal foul on either team, that's a coach's nightmare. It's like, look, Contain yourself. Contain yourself. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ross Boosters concession stand giving us a burger. Appreciate it. This is fantastic.
Now we got another discussion. I guess it's the first game jitters, I guess, for the refs.
Yeah, so that play was a first down. It happened after the play.
Yeah.
So you're not going to eliminate that
Yeah.
play from Ross. And that's the good thing about that personal foul, if you call it anything good. But that ball is going to be spotted back at Ross's own 47-yard line. That's where we're going to start here after the penalty. 1st and 10. 36 seconds ago as we're winding down here, third quarter. You know, you take your time if you're Ross, see if you can punch it in on the board.
Goodness
Play a
gracious.
stoppage here, and I
False
think you're going to
start.
get a false start. Yep.
Five for five, Chris.
You know what? You're the MVP in the booth, brother. You are the MVP. I couldn't make those calls like you do from up here. I just couldn't. You know why? Because I let the refs ref.
That's right.
You don't. No, we're going to head to fourth quarter. Badin is up on top of Ross, 34-0. Stay right with us as we wind down the last 12 minutes of this Battle of the Rams contest. You're listening to Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Reports YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports results, stories, and student athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
Ross flip-flops field position here at the 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Jackson Gifford, bumbling, gets himself about 7 yards. Hey, that was out of the break. That's a heck of a run right there.
That's what you want.
Across the 50-yard line down to the 49 of Badin. 2nd and 5. We'll call that a 10-yard gain, Joey. That's exactly what Ross needs right there.
You got to keep that momentum going, even though it's kind of hard when Badin just stomps it right back after a good play. I'd keep feeding it to Gifford. I mean, 3rd and 6 here.
That's what happens. Up the middle, Gifford gets him.
He's going to be short.
Yeah, but still brings up 3rd down and 2.
4th.
I mean, you got room to work with, but how many times are you going to run this up the middle play, though, Joe? I mean, you got to start.
We've seen that a lot.
You hope to break it, but Badin's defense isn't going to let you break it at this point.
No brainer here.
What's the no-brainer, Joe?
3rd and 1. Thought it was 4th down. Oh, goodness, they ran into each other, but still gets a 1st down. Broken play call, or didn't know which side. But Bose will get that 1st down.
Hey, you know what? Even the most botched plays can turn into something positive, and that's what happened there when you're a Ross Ram at this point. So Ross Ram's going to take the 1st down to the 38-yard line. 10 minutes. 2 minutes already off the clock, Joey, and that's what happens when you're a Ross Rams running team like that. But they've got 2 timeouts left for Ross. Gifford doesn't get the handoff from Bose. He's going to try and make something
stays
happen.
Wow, what a run by
Take it
Bose!
to the house.
There it is! Touchdown!
Bose,
What a run by Bose!
I tell you what, Bose was stopped. Badin manhandled the backfield.
We have 4 people in the backfield.
He reverses field down the sidelines, touchdown. We're going to call that a 38-yard touchdown run.
38-yard scoot by Bose. What a touchdown. Bose started off in the middle, thought we were going to see a tackle for a loss. Ends up breaking it across midfield to the sideline, and it's a touchdown. And Ross gets her first points of the season.
Well, that's exactly what
The extra point is up, and good.
That's exactly what you need if you're Ross. So, hey, at this point, play defense.
Yeah.
Let's close the game out on a sound note. Not calling this over. I mean, by any means of the account. So we're going to stay right here, run down some scores. Lakota East 24, Sycamore 21 in the third quarter. Talawanda 19, Carroll 6. I don't think that game's been updated so far, but that's still at the half. Going shift screen here. Big Blue takes the lead on a field goal, 21-19. That's in the third quarter. Preble Shawnee 19, Madison 6 in the fourth quarter. Franklin 17, Monroe nothing in the fourth quarter. And Joey, you know what? And that's what's cool about Monroe is that we're able to we will be live streaming. We signed a contract with Monroe. We'll be the live stream partner for the Monroe home game. So we're looking forward to heading over to Monroe next week to live broadcast. Yeah, it's a beautiful setup over there too. Mason 17, Fairfield 5. Mason reeled off 17 straight points in the second half. As we said before, Badin 34, Ross 17. Lakota West 10, Colerain nothing.
Wow.
Lakota West is going to take care of Colerain. This may be the first loss. Actually, you know what? This is going to be interesting. Bolden has not lost in Colerain.
Wow.
In Colerain Stadium, if this holds up.
That's impressive.
There's a squib kick, and that's going to be returned by Badin. That's looking like Lucas Moore. Lucas Moore brings it up past the 25-yard line, and he's tackled at the 27. That's where Badin's going to start. All right. Now, is there such thing as a prevent offense, or if you're Yordi and company, just keep doing what you're doing?
Just keep doing what you're doing.
You only got six regular season games. Pound it. Pound it, baby. No, keep going.
All right.
No. I'm just keep going.
Oh,
keep
yeah.
going.
Oh, yeah.
If you're Yordi, keep going.
Just to reiterate on that last touchdown by Bose, that takes something special to do that. I figured he would be in the backfield, loss of 5.
Right.
Ends up turning it into a long touchdown.
You know, it's crazy to play the game right there.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle to Dallas Rawlings. Dallas Rawlings gets a quick 2 yards. 9:18 left to play here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down and about 7. We'll give him 3 on that. We'll see if Badin will continue to play the ground game here. Tick, tick, tick.
I would expect.
Hey, look out. Trotwood Madison playoff regional final. There's some trickery there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Badin tries some trickery.
That's going to be a hold that's coming back.
Yeah, Lucas Moore, long run, first down, 15-yard gain to the right side. A little bit of a sweep there. But like you said, Joey, you're going to be 6 for 6 on this,
I
or
believe
what?
So, yeah. Oh, no.
You missed it with a chop block?
No, I will. Is the
you missed it, dude.
Formation, I believe.
Illegal formation? You did do it, buddy. Yes. Good thing I didn't put money on you. Good thing I didn't put money on you.
90%.
Illegal shift on the Rams of Badin.
Oh, man.
Brings the ball back.
I'm ashamed.
Second down and about 12 at the 25-yard line. Gosh, man, it feels so good to be up in this booth.
Oh,
I
yeah.
tell you. And you know what's cool is we're very thankful to have the opportunity to be allowed to come to these contests to provide a service to those who cannot come to the game. So we want to thank everybody for listening. Appreciate it. Without you guys, we really wouldn't have anything to announce. So
you're right.
Thanks. Hand off to number 11, Braden Moore to the right side. He gets tackled. Pushed down by number 19, Tanner Meal. Tanner Meal. Yeah, we haven't called Tanner Meal's name.
You're right.
All game, but he's one of the senior. He grabbed second team all conference honors at the tight end position. He's also playing a little bit of defense here for the Ross Rams. Forgot my binoculars, man. It's a no-no when you're up in the booth,
right?
Especially when you're broadcasting some football games. 7:33 to go, fourth quarter, 34-7. Badin hold on to a commanding lead, but Ross trying to make something happen.
Nice run, first down.
All Dallas Rawlings need to do was get 6 yards, and he got it.
If you're Badin, you're gonna want to take this.
The fighting Jesse Hubbard's over there at Madison.
They're trying.
Yeah, it's
to
19 to 12. Yeah, they are trying to come back there. Lakota West 10, as we had said before. Coleraine nothing. And Fairfield trailing Mason 17-5. Sycamore just took the lead 28-24 over Lakota East. Big Blue still up on top of Princeton. 21.
Good games around the area tonight.
Yeah, they really are. Landon Vitterick, hands off.
Right up the middle.
Yep. That's going to be Dallas Rawlings. Dallas Rawlings carrying a couple people for 3 yards. That brings the ball to the 43 of Badin.
As I look through this game, I've been noticing I had questions, especially on the Badin offensive side, especially at quarterback.
I think they give you answers.
Yeah. With Schweitzer out, Vitterick starting his first game, having a tremendous game along with Moore as well.
Yeah. If you're Yorty, you're relatively pretty pleased with your offense, and just as pleased on your defense.
Absolutely.
Hand off Rawlings. It's going to be the Rawlings show here for the next 5-6 minutes here. Rawlings up the middle gets himself. Pardon me, no, that's John Russo. John Russo getting in the mix there. Yep, 3rd down and 2 for Badin. Just continue to just chalk up some clock here. It's under 6 to play, 5:40 to go. 34-7.
As we head into week 2, next week, September 4th, we have Ross at Northwest looking to bounce back there. And then we have September 4th, a big one here for Badin, at Alter.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, well, Badin beat Alter, like we said before, pregame.
Twice.
Twice last year. Once regular season, and then another in the playoffs. I mean, when it does count. But, every game counts at this point. But first down run for Badin across the 50-yard line down to the 49 of Ross. 5 minutes to play. This is where Badin puts the nail in the coffin, you think, Joey?
Oh, yeah. And, if you're Ross, you can't hang your heads. Badin was the better team tonight, but I expect a lot more from Ross. I expect a lot more from Bose and Gifford and that offensive line to at least come alive here in the next few weeks. As we see.
Hand off to number 4, Carter Russo to the left side. Gets himself 9, let's call it 8 yards. Carter Russo runs pretty hard, man. You get him some speed. You get him some speed. He's a quick little booger. But was that holding, Joey?
That's a personal foul.
Ooh.
Yeah, blindside block.
Blindside block on the Badin Rams. That's going to wipe off Carter Russo's 8-yard gain. Take it back a couple yards back to the 40-yard line of Badin.
Badin has 2 tough games back-to-back here in the next few weeks at Alter, and then coming back home versus CJ.
Well, yeah, they're able to play, after this. They're playing all GCL co-ed.
.4:15 to go. Badin up 34-7.
Joe, you want to make the call here from here on out?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Gotcha. Timeout Ross. As we will probably step aside for one last time. We're at Robinson Field here in beautiful Ross, Ohio. It's 34-7, Badin over Ross. You're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Radio Network.
Hey, this is Joey Vogt for The Report. One thing we strive to do here at The Report is recognize the local high school student athletes and their accomplishments to the best of our abilities, which is the reason why we partnered up with Performance Toyota and Rick's Tavern to crown a Performer of the Week. We choose a student athlete from each of our coverage area schools from any sports and let family, friends, and your school vote in the Report's Performer of the Week poll on our website. Tell us who you think should be in our Performer of the Week poll, and most importantly, enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
We thank you for listening to a live broadcast on the Butler County High School Sports Report's YouTube channel. We encourage you to check out our website at www.bchssreport.com for all your local prep sports, results, stories, and student-athlete features. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Never pay more when you shop Route 4. Performance Toyota.
Hey, this is Ross's Caden Rogers, and you're listening to the Butler County High School Sports Reports Radio Network.
And welcome back to the Butler County High School Sports Radio Network. Getting back from the break, looks like a false start for Badin. We'll see here.
Yeah, I think some happy feet on the line there. In fact, I just think that, yeah, they did. Yeah, they moved it back.
Yep.
Back to the 33-yard line.
As Landon Vitterick having himself a game tonight, along with more just long connections across the middle, which hurt Ross really bad. As Vitterick hands the ball off to Russo. Russo across the 40 to the 45.
Yeah, I mean, Joey, that was just your typical, quarterback read by Landon Vitterick. It looked like it was going to go to Russo anyway. He found himself enough room to grab him about 5 yards there.
Time ticking down, 3:40 to go. 34-7 Badin. As opening night of the Butler County area football. As we see, we'll have some scores at the end of this game here for you. Shotgun formation for Vitterick. Vitterick handing the ball off up the middle. Oh, a wide open hole! Almost stays up, got tripped up, and that's a first down, and that's Carter Russo.
Dude, I'm telling you what, Joey, Carter Russo coming into this game, he's making a name for himself.
He is.
I think Nick Yorty's going to find a spot for him here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is the time that you're going to see players step it up when the time's obviously ticking for Ross on their end, but this is the time that Badin's going to be able to see, because Badin and Ross didn't have scrimmages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
you're right, yeah.
So you don't know where your teams are at right now. That's a huge gain by Carter Russo.
And so shotgun formation here for Badin. And number 10 comes in. That's Dominic Pates, dishes it off. And guess who? Carter Russo again. A nice little pitch. And he's going to get about 9.
Russo.
He's having a game too.
Yeah, here's the thing.
He just came in.
Badin's finding ways to get their running scheme to the outside. Nobody's pursuing.
Yeah.
Cornerbacks are coming out in disarray in terms of Ross Rams not being able to make their coverages. And that allowed Carter Russo cross the 30-yard line down to the 25-yard line for a first down.
So it looks like Vitterick's night's done.
Yeah. Probably a good call.
Yeah.
Get some experience in there if you're Badin.
And then Pate will be lining up shotgun. And he's going to keep it to the outside, to the 20, to the 15, out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a shotgun quarterback read, your typical read. Pursuit from Ross in the middle, and he kept it himself. It's exactly what he wanted to do on that play. I mean, you had two options, either hand it off or read.
Yep.
And the read worked.
2:28 to go. 1st and 10 for Badin at the 15. Time ticking down. It's Pate with Carter in the backfield.
You got two wide receivers, one split to
Yep.
the right, one to the left. Badin moving from right to left on your device.
Pate. Gonna right up the middle to Russo. Carter Russo is in.
Carter Russo found himself an opportunity.
Unreal.
And he's taking advantage of it. I mean, this is a stand-up, bang-up job by Badin's backups. Russo broke a tackle, stayed on his feet, found the end zone. That was a 15-yard burst.
And Carter Russo making it look easy.
Yeah, it gives Carter Russo his first score of the year.
Pending extra point, we also have a new kicker in. And that's looking like Eli Emmons. Is that 28? For the point after. 26, sorry. Joe Harding knocks it through. It's 41-7 Badin. As if you're just tuning in, Chris, we've definitely did not expect this, I don't think.
No, it had kind of a this is sort of reminiscent of what the playoff contest was. I think almost identical, quite frankly. But Badin, just a better sound program at this point. If you're Kenny Cummins and Ross, you're going to go back to the drawing board, figure out, hey, if we see this type of offense again, if we see Badin's bang up front eight defense again, we got to start utilizing some plays on the outside.
Yeah.
And Bose and Gifford just weren't able to get that going today.
Definitely Badin's up front completely crashed Ross all game as Harding will kick it off. And to return, it's like number 41 on that one. Is that Caldwell?
I think Caldwell had the return there. That brings the ball to the 30-yard line.
So, looks like the last possession, I would assume, here for Ross. Bose and company, they just got hit by a bus. It's just impressive all around from Badin tonight.
Yep.
But you can't hang your head if you're Ross. You got to come back to the drawing boards and come back versus Northwest next week.
Yeah, well, the thing that
as we got a timeout here.
Yeah, the thing that kind of is probably unsettling if you're the losing team in this contest is that now Badin has the ability to say that they're the real Rams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. I think that honestly is more of what these players get out of this contest.
Yeah.
In a rivalry like this, these players want to have that title.
Yeah.
Every year.
They should start a Ram head or something.
I think they have a Ram trophy.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's been going on for a while. 41-7, Joe. Wow. Wouldn't have drawn this up.
Oh yeah. As Bose and company comes back out for looks like what's Ross's final possession of the night will be with 1:31 to go. Ball at the 30 here for Ross.
Joey, Talawanda 26, Carroll 6. Looks like Larry Cox starting his 25th year
with a
at
dub.
the coaching realm is going to probably lock it up, and Joel and Dan are calling a good one.
And then Lakota East on top, 31-28 here over Sycamore. That's a great game. As we just saw a run for a gain of 5. Officially hit the 1-minute mark. Under center. Bose gives it off to, looks like, number 21.
That's Jackson Gifford, brother.
Oh, 40. Is that
40,
42?
Yeah, 42. We're going to see some new faces in there, Joe. Austin Ferris.
That was a gain, looks like of about 4. 35 seconds ago, time ticking down. Opening night. Well, we've seen right now what Badin is capable of.
Yeah.
And definitely some exciting stuff from the green and white as they are still
pummeling the backfield, yeah. That's probably going to be a final play, Joseph.
And there it goes. Badin comes in to Robinson Field and pummels Ross 41-7. And we thank you guys very much for listening. Chris, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I think it is what it is. The first quarter, the first half kind of set the tone. Badin was able to bang out on all cylinders, getting that 21-0 lead heading into halftime, and they just didn't stop. Like I think the same mentality was produced in the second half from Badin, and just Ross wasn't able to get anything going. You know, I'm curious to look at the stats. Unfortunately, we're not savvy enough to keep those stats while we're doing this. We're two-man band, but at the same time, hopefully Ross can learn with the game like this. And Badin's going to take this and run with it, and enjoy it, and head back to the drawing board on Monday and see what they can do.
Especially with Alter coming up next. Ross has Northwest as we wind down the night. Final score from Robinson Field: Badin 41, Ross 7. I'm Joey Vogt, along with Chris Vogt. Thank you so much for listening to the Butler County High School Sports Radio Network. Good night.